What's happening, traders? Welcome back to another video and welcome back to the next part of the My Forex Funds Challenge. Before we get into it, I just want to say thank you very much for the support. The subscribers have been going up, the videos views have been going up, and I just can't thank you enough. If we could get this video to 150 likes, that would be radical. So go click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Sorry for the low energy in the first few clips. It was early in the morning and my fiance was asleep next door. I do say that a couple of times in the video, but just wanted to pre-warn. And also, if you haven't already, check out the new website. The link is in the description. There you can go book onto your one-to-ones with me for an hour and a half of full-on trading content where I give you as much value as possible. Strategy, psychology, risk management, you name it. So go check that out. But that's enough talk. Let's get into it. And then guys, so jumping onto the chart now, apologies if I've got a bit of a hushed tones. My fiance is asleep in the room next door. But what we're looking at here is Aussie USD, Euro USD and GBP USD. Now unfortunately we've just missed an entry on Euro USD. It is currently 8:15 here in the UK. And basically what we're looking for is a breakout trade. Euro USD is unfortunately, I'm really upset I've missed this. I just came into the office and this is a really nice looking trade. This is an example of the one we took yesterday. Same principle, we had a breakout of overnight lows, price pushed down. Okay, we've just had the same thing happen this morning. We had breakout of overnight lows and then prices pushed down and yeah, broken this candle's low and volumes coming in, giving us a movement to the downside. Now, what we're going to look at is GBP USD and Aussie USD. Now, Aussie USD is looking a little bit more favorable, and I'll give you the reason why. Is we're going to go on to the daily chart. And the daily chart has two things going on. We have respected this candle's high here. Okay, this is an indecision candle, and we've just broken this candle's low. So that is a good sign for me that potentially prices can continue to the downside today. GBP USD is also looking fairly similar. Although we have respected this high, but we've got a long way to go before we get down to this wick fill here. Euro USD, on the other hand, was the nicer trade because the candle has just flipped bullish at that white line almost, or just above there, and then price is pushing down. Okay, guys, so jumping onto the charts, what we're looking at is Aussie USD, and we're looking for a breakout trade. Now, Euro USD has just given us a beautiful trade. We could potentially take another entry here because we've pulled back to our entry marker. If we look at the daily, I just want to look at the daily to see what we've got. We have got this zone down here, which I think price is going to visit at some point. Okay, this is a 1 hour demand zone to the left, you can see here. So I think we're going to take a trade right now on Euro USD. We're not looking at Aussie USD anymore. Euro USD is looking too good and a lot cleaner. So I'm just going to take this trade real quick. Let's have a look at what pips we need. So 10 pips. So we're going to go for a... This is good. As this pulls back, this is good. I'll be back in a second. Okay, guys, so just coming back now, what we're going to do is take an entry right now on Euro USD. So we're taking a sell entry. We're going to go for our one-to-one on this trade for our first TP. Okay, which is going to be down here. And then we're going to target this area here, which is basically a perfect 1-to-2. Now, the reason for this trade is that we've had a nice push down. Okay, this is overnight lows here marked out with this white line. Price pushed up. We respected the high of this candle and this candle. Price is pushed down with nice volume, and we've just broken out the bottom of this candle here. Now, usually I'd like to enter as this candle breaks, but we came in a little bit late. Price pushed back to our entry, and we actually got in at this point up here. So that is nice. Our stop loss is set above the previous candle high with a little pip above there, and we're going to look for price to continue to the downside. Again, sorry about my croaky voice. I've literally just woken up, to be honest, and also trying to say a little bit hush because my fiance is asleep next door. But let's see how this goes. Let's get rid of some of this noise. We had the same setup yesterday, but it was on the hour chart on here. You can see we had 30-minute overnight lows. We broke out of that on the one hour chart, nice and strong. We had a push up. This candle respected this candle's high. We then broke out here, and we got an entry on this candle, which broke out of here. This candle also respected this candle's high, and yeah, the rest is history. We got a really nice 1 to 2 there. So we can see we're pushing into profit already, which is really nice. And we're going to let this one run. We're going to look at the other charts as well. We could potentially get an entry on Aussie USD too, because we have had a daily respect of this candle's high. We've also broken this candle's low, and below that we have a area of interest. We have wick fills to have, and I'm sure on the lower time frames, a nice looking fair value gap right there. So also the 2 hour chart is looking beautiful. You see this big volume push down. We haven't broken out of this low yet, so we could also take an entry on Aussie USD if we get a breakout of this low here. Now, just to calculate pip size, obviously we're going to be risking, we're going to have a smaller pip size here. I also need to show you the trade on Euro USD as well. So that is a 22.6 pip. So this is the thing I use to calculate my pips. It is FXTM. It's got a great calculator for working out your lot sizes. So we want to risk $25. So we're going to risk a 14 cents lot here. And that should be dollars, not pounds. So it's actually less than that. So it's $11. 11 cents, sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a sell stop here, full TP here. Now, one thing I did notice on Aussie USD as well is obviously the downward move of the daily candle, which I'm liking the look of. So this is giving me extra bias to take this trade. So, alright then guys, so I'm back and we set the sell stop here. Okay, so we've got a sell stop triggering at 66330. It's actually slightly different on my Forex funds, and I can see that Euro USD is pushing down. We're getting some volume here on this nice 8 o'clock candle. So we're going to see how this goes. At this point, we'll take 80% of the profit out, and we'll let 20% run. If we go across to this area, you can see this is a really nice demand zone that may have a reaction, or at least price will want to come down and potentially react off there, or at least visit it. So let's see if we can get back there with some fair value gaps. It might be too far away. It probably is. Yeah, for sure. Nice. So let's see how this goes. We got an alert set here in case we get triggered into the Aussie trade as well. GU's actually given us a better looking entry right now. You can see also on the 4 hour on GU, we've got this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So potentially we're coming down now to make a new lower low. So I'm actually going to cancel the sell stop on Aussie USD because GU is actually looking a lot nicer right now. So again, we'll just work out our pip amount. It's be 24 pips. Yep, about the same. So I'm going to go for 11. This will be a live entry rather than a sell stop. Okay, we're in that trade as well. So first TP is going to be here. And then from there we can let things run after that. Okay. So I'll set the stop losses and stuff, and then we'll come back when we've got some more info on these trades, hopefully moving down towards our first TPs. I think, guys, so it's been about 15 minutes or so, and Euro USD has flipped up and flip bearish, breaking this candle's low. We're pushing down quite nicely towards TP1, so hopefully we can grab that in a second. GU has also flipped up and flipped bearish, although the volume hasn't kicked in just yet, and we're still around the break-even mark. Although pushing into profit now. If we can break that candle's low, oh yeah, there we go. So it's looking good. Aussie USD actually pushed up quite high. Again, we could have got another entry on here, but I'm only going to take these two trades and we'll see how they go. Euro USD is nearly at TP1, so let's see how that's looking. Profit rise right now, it's about $23 in profit. And you know, I'm actually going to take 20 cents now, which is $20 total. So our first TP got taken there. So that was a nice round number. We're going to leave 5 cents left running, which is currently running around $5 profit. So if we get down to here, it's going to be another nice $10 or so. So that is a successful morning so far. So we're going to go stop loss there. And we'll just put in our final TP, which is 799. Oh, there we go. So we've got to hit our first TP there anyway, but that's fine. We've got our, it would have been about an extra, I don't know, $1 or $2. So we've got our TP there. Let's have a look at GU. GU's pushing down quite nicely now. AU has gone into profit if we kept that sell stop, but I like the better look of GBP USD. So we're just going to let this run. Awesome stuff. Modify. Let's get this down to 7999. And GBP USD still has a little way to go. So currently, if we were to close out completely now, it'd be around $50 in profit, which is super nice, but we're going to let these bad boys go, and I'll come back in a bit. Okay guys, so it's been a little while, and as you can see, GBP is now pushed down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 80% now as we are getting close, and that is another $17 profit. So first TP is taken to there. We're going to bring our stop loss to break even like the Euro USD trade. And we're going to let that thing run down to our final TP at 2388. Let's go 23888. There we go. So I'm going to throw up the results on the screen now with the runners. The runner for Euro USD is $4, and the GBP USD is about the same. So far we've locked in a nice $35 in profit today, bringing our current locked in total for the day at $55.44, which is a really nice beginning to the challenge for our second day trading on this evaluation. So we're going to let this run for the rest of the day. As you can see, we've got plenty of time for this to do some more action, and Euro USD much the same. So I will come back later on this afternoon or this evening with the results. Let's go. Alright then guys, so we're back in, and our runners have run a little bit. I wanted to take out profit down here actually, but we've spun round, and I have a feeling that we might leave Euro USD in, but we're going to take GBP USD out. I have a feeling this area could act as a supply zone. As you can see, we had a big move up from this origin, and we could potentially have a turnaround here. So I'm going to take out GBP USD, but I'm going to leave Euro USD running because that is the larger lot size anyway, and if we can get down to here, then that's going to be a nice extra. So we are now only got Euro USD running, GBP USD taking that out for an extra $3.76. So overall today we are on $39.13 profit locked in. Obviously, if Euro USD does go to break even, it's break even, so it's all right. So yeah. Basically, that's where we're at. Let's have a look at the lower time frames real quick. So we do have potential for price to come to this area, which is a supply zone. As you can see, strong supply zone on the 5-minute chart, which would match up with our other strategy. So we could see a reaction off of that fair value gap potentially, and then price to move to the downside. Obviously, that would be the ideal situation. The reason why I took GBP USD out is that it was sort of slowing up, and as I say, we have got this area to the left, which I think could push us up to break even. So I'd rather lock in the profit here. We may continue to the downside, but I'm just trying to lock in as much profit as I can. And currently we have $59.14 definitely locked in today, which is fantastic. And that is about what's that, 15% towards our profit goal. So not bad for the first two videos. We'll take that. So yeah, I'm going to go off for the afternoon, do some bits and bobs. I've got my socks in my hands. And yeah, we'll come back and see how Euro USD ended up. Alright then guys, so we're back, and as you can see, Euro USD has now taken out our final TP. The runner got taken out there. I wish in hindsight I didn't set a hard stop TP there, because we would have literally been coming down to this point. I heard the alert go off and was like, yes, okay, that's great. But this would have been an extra $10 or so if I hadn't done that. But hey, the analysis was correct. We got what we wanted, and happy days. So today we are currently, and I'll put this on the screen now. Alright, and we're back. It's now nearly 3 o'clock, and as you can see, we hit our final TP on Euro USD. We absolutely melted down. I heard the alert go off while I was out. I was in a meeting actually, and I had a final TP set here, so if price crossed this line, we were going to cut out and we would have taken profit, which we did. But as you see, if I didn't do that, we would have already been almost double up what we got, which maybe would have been an extra $10 on this trade with that runner. But we got what we were aiming for, and I'm very happy with that. If you remember earlier, we were looking at the 5-minute chart, and we had that supply zone. The supply zone actually came up, but we didn't quite crack into that fair value gap before price just melted down. And this is basically the volume. This candle here is the volume of the New York Open, not the New York Stock Exchange, just New York starting basically. So that volume came in and pushed down and put that runner for our TP, which is amazing. GU, which we closed out the runner of because it was taking a little bit of time. This was actually up here a second ago. It was bullish, and it's just flipped bearish, but it was taking its time, and I decided to take that profit out. Because I was a bit worried about this area acting as a bit of a supply zone, just taking us up to break even anyway. So I thought, why not take the profit, which we did. And then Aussie USD, which we had a potential trade and sell stop lining up before we decided to take GU, because GU actually looked a lot nicer, and actually we got to our first DP far quicker. Aussie USD is also just completed if we had taken that trade. I didn't want to take the trade as well because we had 2 trades running. I didn't want to over risk and potentially all 3 of them go wrong or whatever. So but they worked out beautifully. Quite simple. We had the breakout. We wanted to, this would have been our sell stop here on this line. We had a push up. We then flipped bearish. Would have triggered the sell stop. Had a little bit of upward movement. Retested the overnight lows. And yeah, New York's just melted that down. And would have taken our first TP there. So super happy with that. And yeah, we are now up $50.43 on the day. And on the challenge in total, $70.44, which is awesome. And yeah, I'm sorry about if the videos earlier in the morning was a little bit like low energy, just that I was a little bit low energy, and also my fiance was asleep next door, and I don't like to be as loud as possible. I'm going to look at making this a little bit more soundproof, so in the mornings I can just get up and just shout at you guys, because that's better. Okay, I don't want the videos not to be filled with energy, so there we go. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. The growth has been amazing, and the community that's coming through is just awesome. If you want to join the community, the free community, we've got our Telegram down in the link below. We will be having our premium Telegram coming out very, very soon. And if you haven't checked out our website, the website is down there. That launched while I was in Dubai. And on there we also have our one-to-ones, which are available to book, which is basically an hour and a half of me where I sit down and show you about all these strategies that I'm using in these challenges and in the videos on the channel. And I'll go into full depth and show you basically everything I've learned over the last 8 years of looking at these charts. So yeah, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing week. The weekend's coming up. The vlogs are coming out soon. So look forward to it. And we move on to the next one. Peace.